Guys, we've just completed our first games of Empire of the Dead. Our favourite steampunk Victorian kill each other with lichens and
werewolves and stuff. We've wanted to play this game since Daryl and I first had a look at it.
Yes, they hid my 40k, so I couldn't play Space Wolves. And Justin had already stole the lichens.
No, that was Kristen.
Kristen stole the lichens, so I didn't want them anyway.
Yeah.
We have, because there's an army builder, I got to pick everybody's names as well for their armies.
Not mine.
We had the Prometheus Club, we had Judas Priests, the two sensible names. Then we had the Moon Lovers. Guess which faction that was? Oh, that's my second list. We had the Night Lords, and then we had, big boy. For Empire of the Dead, there was a free online army builder called Empire of the Dead. But we started our first games last night. We went on the Empire of the Dead, which is a great free thing that you don't get charged $40 for, to build your armies. Empire of the Dead is not really so much based on stand-up fight games. It's a campaign.
Yeah, it's very much for narrative-style campaigns.
Yeah.
But we decided just to have one quick game to get ourselves used to the mechanics, and then we're going to try out a campaign at a later time.
We're not running any sort of campaign in the office at the minute, and we want to run a campaign. And the Empire of the Dead, you can even come in halfway through a campaign, because even if you have quite a weak faction and you lose, you still get more coins and whatnot than two strong armies facing each other and one losing. So it's not the end to come in. We all built our armies in a random, I would say I built mine in a shiny fashion.
We just went, we didn't go in with any tactics. We just went, ooh, that looks cool. We'll go with that.
That looks cool.
We also stayed clear of any of the really special gear.
Yeah.
Just so we could get to grips with the bare bones.
Yeah. So, like in my army list, I bought light pistols and silver bludgeon, light pistols and silver axe or bludgeon, light pistols and a silver knife. Everything was really shiny for my army.
Yeah, I went for a bit of silver with my guys too, but I only took three things: swords, some silver ammo, and a silver knuckle duster.
Yeah, so if you're going to get beat up, you might as well get beat. That's almost like getting beat up by somebody from the royal family. Hang on, do I put on my silver knuckle duster? Do I hit you? You come and surf.
We are not amused.
You pleb. Hang on, do we beat you up, pleb? But guys, we randomly bought whatever we wanted, and it worked in some fashions and failed spectacularly in other fashions, because basically
silver especially failed.
Yeah, silver only really affects the head vampire.
Yeah, it affects anything with eternal.
Yeah.
At least that's what we think. We're still not 100% on the rules.
Yes, we'll get on to the rules in a minute. So all my silver stuff I bought basically meant all my guys were crap. They were terrible. The only way I survived was we played a 4-way game, and I hid in my corner of the board and fought half of Kristen's army.
Well, the other half went off to
The other half ran away. The other half ran away. I think I managed to kill a dog and one other guy in the entire battle, because my crossbow was the only thing that was worth buying.
No, you didn't kill him. You knocked my vice president down.
Yeah, I did kill two of Kristen's guys. I killed a dog, and I killed one of the Moonlover's wolfkin. It had already been knocked down, and I put vengeance shot into him. Not that that's the sort of thing I would ever consider doing. But after buying a random amount of stuff, we found some of the weapons are better than others. The thing we notice here is we all bought weapons. We didn't buy any of the other holy relics or anything like that there. We all bought weapons, and lots of them. What we found was some of them worked really, really well, that Sam had access to.
I had two blunderbuss. No one else had those. They were killer.
They worked basically off your, if you know Warhammer Fantasy Battles or 40k, a flamer template, a 7-inch teardrop template, and they worked brilliantly. The only thing that stopped you killing more guys with them is everybody gets stuck in combat, and even though we're all playing every man stands for himself, there is a rule in the book that says you can't shoot into ongoing combat. So Sam couldn't kill It would have been better.
It would have been brilliant if I could, because there was a combat going on with a whole load of them from Justin and Kristen's factions, and I couldn't shoot into it, so I just hung around the edge, waited for one guy to kill the other. As soon as that happened, just unloaded the blunderbuss into them.
Yeah, and it works brilliantly. It's got reasonably good strength, and you don't have to roll to hit or any of that nonsense with it. It just goes boom, I hit you, and they were great. My terrible army hid in the corner of the board and went, I don't want to get anywhere near Sam. And I don't want to stay here, because that the big Packmaster was jumping on my other guys. He just got unlucky not to kill everybody in my side of the board. The way it basically works, guys, and most of the guys here, like your average, here's a member of the Prometheus Club. They have a movement of 4, a combat rating of 3, a marksmanship value of 4, a strength value of 3, a fortitude value of 3, 1 attack, 1 wound, bravado is like your leadership of 4, and arcane rating of 3, which is for your average guy that can't use like magic type things.
That's for when magic is targeted at.
Yeah, it's only really a defensive value. We didn't really use the magic. I had one spell where I basically banished somebody away, a full movement directly away from me.
We're still working on the magic.
But I don't know if I was doing it wrong. And what I needed to do was buy some artifacts to make me better at magic. But I was needing an 8 to try and get a dog to run away, an 8 on a D10. Which wasn't,
which is kind of weird, considering you can make a dog run away just by waving a newspaper.
Yeah, throwing a stick, go fetch, doggy. But nobody else even attempted magic throughout the game.
Justin went for range, strangely enough. He went for 2 hunting rifles.
Hunting rifles have that scariness of it. Yeah. I've got a hunting rifle and I've bought a telescopic sight for it. But they're only a scary thing. They're like a dog barking. It doesn't actually achieve a lot.
I did have one guy with a hunting rifle. I didn't go for 2 like Justin did, and he kept back. You couldn't really move with a hunting rifle because they're move or shoot. So he stayed back while the rest of my gentlemen moved forward. And he didn't do much. I don't think he ever knocked anyone down. He discombobulated 1 or 2 guys. Yeah. But I would take 1. I would still take 1, I think.
Yeah. After we played the first game, Justin and I had the second game, the other guys had to go. I took 1, and all I did was stand on top of the highest bit of rock that I had, my bit of the board, and just used them as your classic sniper. Yeah. You just stayed up there. Anybody that poked their head into no man's land got shot at. The thing is, possibly because we're early, and this is built in a campaign, and you can get better as the campaign goes on, our guns and our weapons didn't work as well as what they could. But we found the hunting rifle, it is really your best long-range weapon. All the weapons, the shooty weapons, have a range bracket, except for the blunderbuss and things that use templates. You also get a sawn-off shotgun. Yeah. I have no access to sawn-off shotguns either.
They're the exact same as a blunderbuss. Yeah. So, yeah.
A hunting rifle has range brackets up to 18 inches, up to 36 inches, and up to 48. Basically, if you're at short range, up to 18 inches, you get +1 to hit. If you're up to 36, you're on a normal roll to hit, bar the modifiers for cover and things. And if you're at long range, up to 48 inches, you're -1. But the thing is, the best range, up to 36 inches, you're fine.
You're pretty much
and you only play this on a 4x4 board, so very rarely will the hunting rifle be at long range. The hunting rifles work. They scare people, but you really need... I found in the second game, whenever I used it, you need to wait till you've got a clear line of sight on somebody and then take that crack shot at them. They're good. The blunderbusses work.
The blunderbuss were the best thing in that game.
The pistols and all are fine. Pistols are great because they give you the +1 attack if you have a pistol and/or close combat weapon in combat. Pistols were all fine, except we invested in a lot of swords and things that didn't really do it.
Swords give you a parry
basically
ability.
a 9+ save.
9+, I think it is.
And if you buy a second sword, it becomes an 8+ that you can parry and attack and hit the other person as well as you parry, which is very, very good. which we enjoyed a lot. After we played the first game, I knew what I had to do after playing the first game. Out went all my silly silver, and my second army had in came all the stuff that really worked. And
you went after the combat armor this time.
The second list, it went full armor, heavy pistols. Everybody, I changed out my two guys, my deacons,
confessors.
My confessors, and brought in a deacon who is my one guy, being basically a human priest that can actually fight.
Well, the congregation can get very rowdy.
Yes, yes, right here it can.
Yeah,
and
true.
Everybody after that there got full armor, which basically gives you +2 to your fortitude, which basically +2 toughness. You can also buy him a shield that could get you another one.
That lets you draw in combat, doesn't it?
But the only downside with buying a shield is you can't have two hand weapons to get 2 attacks. In the combat, the shield does that. All my guys bought full armor. Justin upgraded his guys as well when we played the second game. And all my guys bought heavy pistols.
Yeah. I would say for the first game, when it came to combat, the werewolves
worked well because
they were the big ones.
The werewolves don't get access. The big werewolves don't get access to buying kit. You just have your basic stats, and your basic stats are very, very good. The Beast Lord is a combat value of 7 against, my average guys are in 4s.
Yeah, my president is combat value of 5.
Yeah,
so
my deacon's only on a 5 as well. And even his Packmaster is a combat value of 6. That's basically like, if you're referring this to 40k guys or fantasy, it's basically like your weapon skill value. And they're strong and they're tough. They were great. They're an easy army to start off with. Our moon lovers, as I named them.
Though you have to make sure that you read their rules correctly, because we misread one of the rules for the werewolf, which and because of that misreading, he basically became invincible.
Yeah, but that's all down to our first thing. The one thing we'll say about the rule book is it's not as clear as what it could be. Like
there is a lot of things.
Yeah. Trying to find what effect night has in the game is just one of the little things
it was difficult to find a lot of the stuff in the book.
But as time will go on, like all the books, you'll get to learn the book off by heart to a certain degree. The campaign system is, I like the campaign system because you buy your guy's kit, you can get captured by the enemy.
Yes, you can bring people into your faction.
Yes, by capturing them. And then if they pass a test or fail the test, whatever way you want to put it, on a 6+, they join the other faction or they just disappear.
So I could end up having a vampire.
Yeah, you could end up having a vampire.
Just as long as he doesn't sparkle.
Yeah.
No sparkling vampires are allowed in the Prometheus Club.
As long as he isn't one of these vampires that can't go in daylight because they're so beautiful, their eyes sparkle. Is them the ones you mean?
Oh.
Yeah, that hideous story. But guys, with the campaign, you can trade in your kit. This is one of the issues we found with our Umpire of the Dead.
Yeah,
we'll stick you a little link in the Umpire of the Dead.
Umpire.
If you accidentally click something and then you wanted rid of it, you had to trade it in at the pawn shop. And I'm not to say that pawn shops are a con, but you only get half the points value rounded down your kit.
Yeah, what this meant was, when you're first starting out the army, if you make a mistake, you basically have to start from scratch.
Yeah, erase the army and start again.
I didn't find this out until after we built it, so it turned out I was playing with a few less points than everyone else.
Yeah, some of the kit you can just keep, and it goes into your store, and you can pick it out again. It is where the campaign gets on, and as campaigns go on, you'll obviously acquire more kit, and you can buy more stuff. At the end of each mission, you'll get a certain amount of shillings or points for how many guys you killed or what you achieved in the campaign. But guys, overall, we found it a very good game. Sam's here at some of the... Sam's spotted one of my favourite name bits of kit.
The perambulator boots.
Gives you +1 movement.
I am really looking forward to our next game, and I am going to kit my guys out. I don't care about the tactics. I am going to kick them out with the funnest sounding kit.
It's only your characters.
Lightning field generators.
Yeah, it's only your characters get access to these heat rays and perambulator boots and things like that there. But as time goes on, you can acquire the skills to get access. There's mine, the pneumatic stick.
There's mine, the steam gyrocopter.
Steam gyrocopter. Who wouldn't want a steam gyrocopter?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a guy in a wheelchair and stick a propeller on top.
Yeah, it's basically a chair with a helicopter strapped onto it. But guys, for our first game, we enjoyed it. We still have some rules queries we have to sort out. We were maybe just a little bit slow here at Beats of War. But check it out. There's free download rules on Westwind. We'll get Justin to stick a link in down the bottom of this video. There's a free army builder. You need very little to get started. A really easy game to get into. And what this game has, what I always want in a game, it has character. And I enjoyed it, and that's what it's all about, guys. There's lots of these games out there, but I like this. It's character.
A good fun game.
Check it out, guys. Stick some comments in below if you've played it.
Yep.
If you want a game, stick in a comment below, and we'll get on, and we'll update you after we have a few more games, guys. We'll see you then.
See you later, guys.